said my name like you meant to stay, like tomorrow wasn't already walking away. Your hands were warm, but your heart felt far, like you loved me enough, just not who we are. I read the pauses between your breath, heard every goodbye you never said. You smiled like hope, then looked away and left me guessing what you couldn't say. I held on to the maybes you gave me, built a future out of almost endings. You stood with one foot out the door while I was begging you to live. Waited in the almost over you and me, in the space where love won't fully be. You never left, but you weren't here. I held the truth you wouldn't hear. I waited in the almost, breaking slow, loving you wouldn't go. We talked in circles, never strayed, like hurting me was a kind of fate. You kissed my forehead, not my soul, like staying halfway made you whole. I watched you fade without a fight, disappear in plain daylight. You kept me close, but not enough, just close enough to call it love. I learned how to read your silence, like it was written just for me. Every unanswered promise became my reality. I waited in the almost of you and me, in the space where love won't fully be. You never left, but you went here. I held the truth you wouldn't hear. I waited in the almost, breaking slow, loving you when you wouldn't go. I would have stayed through the storm and rain if you just say you felt the same. But you loved me like an option, I loved you like a name. I was ready for forever, you were ready to escape. So I stayed and called it patience while you practiced walking away. I waited in the almost, night after night, chasing pieces of your light. You let me hope, you let me try. You let me believe in a lie. Now I'm standing in the truth alone. I waited in the almost, till the almost felt like home. If loving you was almost enough, then losing you was everything. I waited in the almost while you were already leaving. watch you drift while sitting next to me. Your eyes were somewhere I could never be. You spoke in silence, learned to breathe alone. I felt the distance growing in our home. You smiled like nothing ever felt wrong. But love don't fade that quiet for that long. Every touch felt like a habit we outgrew. I was holding on, you were already through. I kept believing if I stayed you'd see. But love shouldn't feel like begging just to breathe. Stay was my goodbye. I stayed while you let go. I held the door open. You never turned back though. I loved you louder. You loved me less each night. I didn't leave you, but stay was my goodbye. We stopped asking how the other felt, started saving words we never said out loud. Your heart packed up before you left, mine was still unpacking in the crowd. You say we're fine like it was true, but fine was just a word you used to move. I learned to read the space in your reply, where my name no longer sounded like mine. I kept pretending this was just a phase, but you don't lose forever in a day. Stay was my goodbye. I stayed while you moved on. I made a home and maybe you were already gone. I loved you deeper, you loved me less each night. I didn't leave you, but staying was my goodbye. You didn't break me, you just let me wait. And waiting hurts worse than walking away. I stayed for the version of you that had died. Slept next to a ghost with your face and your eyes. I kept choosing us when you chose relief. I gave you my heart, you gave me your leave. Staying was my goodbye. Every night I stayed, meant more pain to hide. I gave you chances, you gave up the fight. I stayed so long, I lost myself inside. I didn't leave you, but staying was my goodbye. Now I'm learning how to let you be what you already were without me. You left in pieces, I stayed too long, and loving you is how I moved on. We used to talk until the sunrise burned. Now silence fills the space where loved ones learned. Your coffee's cold, my words don't land. We're standing close but not holding hands. I search your eyes for something real, but you look past me like you don't feel. No slam doors, no final say, just love slowly slipping away. No broken glass, no tears that fall, just just two hearts leaning off the wall. We stopped asking, are you okay? And that's how we began to break. But we didn't fight, we faded, no reason left to blame it, just less of you in every day. Our fire turned to embers, we forgot to remember what it felt like to want to stay. No screaming goodbye, no dramatic scene, just two souls losing what we mean. We didn't fight, we faded. Your laugh sounds different now somehow, like it belongs to someone else, not now. I rehearse things I never say, afraid you've already walked away. We kiss like it's a habit we keep, not a promise we're trying to keep. I hold you, but I still feel alone, like loving you from my own home. We stop dreaming out loud at night, stop reaching for each other's light. No wrong words, no final truth, just distance, just as true. That we didn't fight, we faded, our love got complicated by everything we didn't say. The walls grew wide, familiar, your touch felt colder, like you were leaving inch by inch each day. No crashing and no shattered dreams, just quiet loss between the seams. We didn't fight, we'd faded. I'd rather hear you scream my name than whisper love like it's a shame. I take the pain, I take the blame, if it meant you still felt the same. Tell me, when did us feel small? When did we stop feeling at all? I stayed hoping you would too, but fate is what we chose to do. We didn't fight, we faded, two hearts understated, dying slowly in plain sight. Love doesn't always break loud, sometimes it just runs out in the middle of a quiet night. No last kiss, no one to blame, just love forgetting its own name. We didn't fight, we faded. If anyone asks why we're gone, tell them nothing went wrong. We just stopped holding on. We didn't slam the door or scream goodbye. No shattered glass, no alibis, just longer pauses in your eyes and less of me in your replies. Our shadows stopped walking in time, two hearts still beating out of rhyme. You'd say I'm fine, I'd say it too, like lies we learned to make come true. We were standing in the same room, but already saying adieu. We lost us quietly, night by night. No final words, no last fight, just love growing tired of trying. Two souls learning how to be silent. We didn't break, we slowly fell out of the story we used to tell. We lost us quietly, and I'm still here listening. Your hand felt colder in my own, like holding something already gone. We laughed, but it felt rehearsed, like echoes of who we were first. I memorized the way you'd leave without ever walking away from me. Your name still slept beside my breath, but your heart had chosen elsewhere. I felt the ending in between, every maybe, every we'll see. We lost us quietly, piece by piece. No blame to place, no chance to plead, just love that forgot how to speak, and hope learning how to retreat. We didn't shatter, we just thinned, till there was nothing left within. We lost us quietly, and I don't know when. If love is loud, then ours went still, like a song you stop but hear it still. I'd give anything for one last sign that you were hurting like I was inside. But you moved on without a sound, and I stayed listening to what we hurts the most. So if you wonder why I'm still undone, it's 'cause nothing hurt like losing us quietly. You said forever like it wasn't heavy, that love was easy like hearts don't break. held your words when the nights got empty. You held your distance, watched me ache. I kept the lights on when you faded, kept your side warm in our bed. I fought for us while you were leaving. I heard goodbye in everything you said. I begged the silence to say your name, but it only echoed my pain. You left me trying alone, holding promises that weren't mine. I was still fighting for us while you were already done trying. I loved you louder than you stayed. I bled hope when you moved on. You walked away without looking back. You left me trying alone. I learned your absence by heartbeats, by empty chairs and unsent calls. You learned how to sleep without me, like I was nothing at all. I wore your memories like scars, pretended I was still strong. You found peace in letting go. I found out I was wrong. I kept believing you'd turn around, but faith gets tired when love lets you down. You left me trying alone, picking pieces you didn't want. I was still choosing you when you chose to be gone. I loved you louder than you stayed. I stayed when hope was almost gone. You found freedom in walking away. You left me trying alone. Maybe love shouldn't hurt this deep. Maybe I held on too long, but loving you was all I knew, even when you were already gone. If love is war, I lost the fight with my hands still reaching out. You dropped the rope, I fell through time, still calling your name out loud. You left me trying alone, with a heart you broke in half. I stayed faithful to the end. You didn't even look back. I loved you louder than you stayed. I stayed when staying hurt the most. You found peace in letting go. Now I'm learning how to breathe again without begging love to stay. But part of me will always remember I tried while you walked away. You smiled like nothing was wrong, but your eyes were packing their bags. You held my hand, but not too alone. Like you were scared of what we had. You said my name like it was heavy, like it didn't fit your heart anymore. I felt the distance in your breathing, standing right outside our door. You stopped asking how my day went, stopped fighting when we were wrong. I was loving you in the present, you were already halfway gone. You were already halfway gone, while I was still holding on. I was building us a future, you were learning how to move on. You kissed me like it was closure, like I was a chapter you'd outgrown. I loved you with both feet planted, you were already halfway gone. We talked in quiet, careful tones, like truth might finally break us in two. Every promise felt borrowed, every forever overdue. You looked past me in the mirror, like you couldn't meet my eyes. I kept fixing what was breaking, you were practicing goodbye. I replayed every conversation, wondering where I went wrong. I was begging you to stay here, you were already halfway gone. You were already halfway gone, while I was still holding on. I was trying to save our heartbeat, you were counting what was lost. You loved me just enough to leave me, not enough to stay this long. I gave you all I had in me, you were already halfway gone. If I had known you were leaving, I would have held you differently. I would have memorized your laughter, like it was the last piece of me. Now I sleep on your side of silence and wake up alone in our song. I stayed until the very end, you were already halfway gone. You were already halfway gone when I said we'll be okay. I believed in every second you were slipping away. You loved me like a memory, like something you'd already mourned. I gave you my whole heart, you were already halfway gone. I didn't lose you all at once, I lost you piece by piece. You left before you said goodbye and took the rest of me. I stayed when it was hurting, you were already halfway gone. You used to say my name like it mattered, now it only echoes in my head. We talked about forever like a promise, and Now I talk to walls instead. You stopped asking how my day was, stopped seeing the tears I tried to hide. You were still standing right beside me, but already gone inside. I felt the distance growing louder every time you chose to stay quiet. I kept reaching for your heart, but it was learning how to hide. Your silence took its place where your love used to stay. Every word you didn't say pushed me further away. I was fighting for us alone while you slowly erased all the love we had between us. Your silence took its place. I begged your eyes to look in mine, but they were searching for escape. You smiled like nothing was wrong, while my heart stallion slew brave. I kept believing in the version of you who still tried, but every time you said nothing, another piece of me died. You let the quiet speak for you, and it told me everything that you were already letting go of what I was still holding. Your silence took its place where your love used to stay. Every word you didn't say pushed me further away. I was fighting for us alone while you slowly erased all the love we had between us. Your silence took its place. I would have stayed through all the pain if you just told me you were scared, but you chose to leave me guessing like I never mattered there. Now I replay every moment, wondering where we went wrong, but I know the truth hurts worse. You were gone all alone. Your silence took its place, and I felt it every day. You didn't need goodbye, you just faded away. I stayed loving your memory while you walked away. You didn't break me with leaving. Your silence took its place. I don't miss your voice anymore. I miss the way you used to try. Now all that's left between us is a quiet goodbye. You used to look at me like I was home, like every road led back to us. But somewhere in the silence between your words, I felt the distance growing up. Your hands were there, but they felt unsure. Your I love you came with pauses. I kept believing we were just tired while you were learning how to leave me. I noticed how your eyes stopped fighting for the future we once saw. You said nothing, but your heart was already gone. I felt you stop choosing me, in the way you stopped trying, in the nights I cried beside you while you slept just fine. I felt you stop choosing me when love became routine. I was still picking us every day while you were letting go of me. You stopped asking how my day had been, stopped reaching for my hand. I started loving you louder just to feel you again. I blame myself for every crack, thought maybe I was too much, but love shouldn't feel like begging or hoping I'm enough. You didn't leave, but you disappeared, and that hurt the most of all, losing you while you were still here. I felt you stop choosing me, in the words you didn't say, in the way your heart stayed quiet when mine was breaking every day. I felt you stop choosing me when I became a maybe. I was still choosing you with everything while you stopped choosing me. Love isn't supposed to feel this lonely, two hearts in one room, miles apart. You let go without saying goodbye and left me holding all the parts. If love is a choice you make each morning, then I guess I woke up alone, because I kept choosing you, and you chose to let me go. I felt you stop choosing me before you ever walked away. I saw it in your half-hearted love and the promises that faded gray. I felt you stop choosing me, and I wish you'd just been true instead of staying and breaking me slowly while I was still choosing you. I don't hate you for leaving, I just wish you'd let me see the moment your heart decided it didn't want to choose me. I saw the signs written in your eyes, pages folding, quiet goodbyes. Your smile stayed, but your heart moved on. I I kept believing when the truth was gone. You stopped asking how my day had been. Your silence spoke where love once lived. I held the pieces you left behind, calling it oak, but losing time. You were already halfway out the door while I was fighting for something more. I loved you past the ending, past the last will be okay. When your arms felt distant and your heart walked away, I stayed when love was bending. When the spark was pretending to stay, you let go without defending. I loved you past the ending. I memorized the way you drift away. Every promise started to fade. You slept beside me miles apart. I heard the breaking of my own heart. I tried to fix what you wouldn't fight, held on through every lonely night. You said nothing's wrong, but I knew I was the only one choosing you. You called it peace, I called it pain. Two different truths, one empty name. I loved you past the ending, past the moment you were done. When you stopped seeing us and I still saw one, I stayed through every warning, every tear I tried to hide. You found your freedom in leaving. I lost myself staying behind. Maybe love isn't always enough when one heart stays and one gives up. I would have crossed any line for you, but you were already crossing out us. If loving you was letting go, why did it feel like losing my soul? I loved you past the ending, past the last time you said my name. When goodbye lived between us, but I stayed the same. You moved on without looking back, like we never mattered that way. I didn't miss you after you left. I missed you while you stayed. Now I'm learning to close that door. You stopped asking how my day went, stopped saying my name like before. Your eyes were already somewhere else, while mine still waited at the door. Every maybe felt like a warning, every silence weighed a ton. You were learning how to leave me, I was learning how to hold on. I felt the distance in your touch, like you'd already said goodbye. You called it space, I called it us, slowly running out of time. I stayed where you were done, when loving me felt hard. You folded up our promises like letters from your heart. I kept believing in the almost, while you were moving on. I stayed and broke a little more where you were done. We talked but never really listened. We smiled but never felt the same. I carried all the weight of trying, you carried none of the blame. You said nothing's really wrong now, but your absence proved you lied. You left me standing in the middle of a love you'd already left behind.